It's your boy Concert Viz 34 back at home.
What up? What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34.
Yep, so your boy Concert Viz 34 coming to you here.
What up? What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Aria. Okay, so this is Aria, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your love for the Dave Matthews Band.
I've been a fan of the band since April 28, 1998, and if you recognize the date, that's when Before These Crowded Streets was released.
Alpine is definitely a better venue than Summerfest, but we'll take it. I think I've been going to shows for about 20-something years.
I always tell people, like, compare DMB to now to when I first started. And I got started, in my opinion, I feel like I got started late. Like, I was at the very end of the band's prime. I feel like that 03 to 06 was like the end of the prime. 07, 08 was like, you know, we're at the very end. And then when Roy passed.
Dave really, this is the thing. Dave has put, Rashawn has been assigned the quarterback of this team. He is the coach, the play caller. He designs the jams. Dave just shows up and plays whatever he's going to play. What up? What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. I'm back at it again. We had a little bit of time off. We're gonna be back for about a week or so, and they're gonna be a little bit more time off as the band is now in fall. Fall's back again. It actually started with Farm Aid and some other shows there, and it's continuing here as well. As we, summer is over, folks. It is over. It's over. It's like 55 degrees here in Connecticut right now. So, summer is over. We made it successfully to this point. 57 degrees here in Hartford, Connecticut. So we are going to look at this show. Now, full disclosure, I did not listen to the full show. I heard Seek Up, Satellite. I heard Sweet Up and Down. I heard Warehouse, Grace is Gone, Funny the Way It Is. I did not hear anything else live. And You Might Die Trying as well. I did miss I'll Back You Up. And the reason being, it is 1:37 a.m. on the East Coast. And your boy is actually at very shortly in a couple of hours, I'm going to be running a half marathon, my first half marathon since the pandemic ended. So I went to a hockey game tonight. So I had to sleep, get some rest in between. But I did listen to this show. So we'll talk about that. We're going to try to get Jessica on from Wisconsin. She's in Colorado. We're going to try to get to her in about 15 to 20 minutes to give her live reaction. If anyone else was there, you want to get on, let me know. Hit up the chat. We can hit you up. You know, what you do is just we can find a way to message you and add you on to this live stream. So we're going to talk about the show tonight. I do want to just also wish a happy birthday to a dear my friend's daughter is turning 4, and let me just show you guys why she is so special. She actually called or gave me a sign of what would come in 2019. And let me just see if I can pull up that video. 6/22/18. Let me see if we can but now it's you know, it's 10. Her birthday was on 10/8. But we do want to play this here. Get to the part where okay.
Really got this compact.
All right, so let's go. So again, this is Hartford, June 22nd, 2018. And my friend's daughter, not only are we both left-handed, we're both born in October as far as my friend's daughter. Both born in October, both left-handed. And she had I went to stop to visit her before the Hartford show and visit my friends, and she had a premonition. Here, let's take a look.
And as I said in previous videos, I'm not mad that two-step is shortened. I would rather have a set like this to close out where you have a shorter two-step and then the band does it. The band does it. And let me take you back to a story. Let me show you a quick clip of how Halloween was actually chosen this morning by my friend's beautiful baby girl. What book is that? Huh? My First Halloween. Oh, Halloween. There's a song called Halloween. Maybe I'll hear it tonight. Huh? Yeah. So there you have it. That's how Halloween was essentially picked. Okay, a beautiful little baby girl, my friend's youngest daughter, who also has an October birthday, by the way, comes out and runs out and gives me a book, and I look at it, and then I record in the video, and you see, I'm like, oh, what's this, Halloween? Halloween? Yeah. She picked the book, and it's Halloween. This is like, I'm coming back from I stayed over my friends closer to the Mass border, and then drive down the road to visit my other friends' kids, and them, the friends, but the kids love me, so. And you hear one kid yelling, talking in the background. That's the older one, and the younger one brings me the Halloween. But like, this is the morning of Hartford, and I get the Halloween. I'm like, okay, this is a sign. And then I was like, what's another kid-friendly song to play? And I kid you not, I just was like, I'm gonna play Every Day. That's probably so. I played on my iPhone so the girls can listen to it. And of course, they play Every Day. So the song, like, it was a predestined thing that we were going to get Every Day and Halloween.
So yeah, there you have it. And I was back. She literally grabbed a book off the bookshelf, and it was Halloween, and they played two-step into Halloween, which was very rare in 2019. It was very rare to get both of those in the same show, and those both individually were rare. So yeah, happy birthday. It was 10/8, now it's 10/9, but time flies. She was just a little 1 year old at the time. Now she's 4. These kids grow up quick. Kids grow up quick. All right. Anyway, so yeah, that was just a little funny coincidence. And her birthday was, well, now yesterday here in the East Coast. Let's see. Let's get out of here. And my birthday, I'm an October baby too, on the 21st, same as Kim Kardashian. So, all right. So let's get to the set list here. Mike. He says, "Hey Marcus, I was supposed to be there tonight. Buddy Josh was on the rail." Oh, that's awesome. This was what a show to be railing it. So let's look at the song spread here. And so we have 4 Under the Table and Dreaming, 3 Crash, 3 Big Whiskey, 2 Remember 2 Things, 2 Before These Crowded Streets, 2 Everyday, 2 Busted Stuff, 1 Unreleased, 1 Segue, 1 Some Devil, 1 Stand Up. And looking at the song spread, right? If the only song you get from Stand Up is You Might Die Trying, if Under the Table, Dreaming, and Crash are the top 2 played, you know, Big Whiskey's tied with Crash, but if those are the top 2 at the top of this song spread, that means you had an awesome night. Also, you don't have any covers, right? Fiddlers has gotten a time of the season. Red Rocks got time of the season 05. So they did not play that, baby. Hey, it could be tomorrow, but this is what you want from a DMB show, right? There's no covers. You have a lot of great songs. The stand-up song, an album that we don't like to see a lot of for most of us. Some people do, right? Right. And then Mike says 7 S songs and not 7. Good night. Absolutely. I agree. When 7 came out, it was really awesome because it was just in 7. Was it 7/8 time? I think it is, or 7/4. I can't remember the time signature. My music theory has been a thing of Christmas past. I think it's in 7, right? 2 dun 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 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, it's in 7. Dun, dun, 2 3 4 5 6 7. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, yeah. I did. Yeah, I used to be in band. I used to be in honors band. My uncle is a woodwind master from Boston Conservatory. So I said, I used to know my music there. Yeah, I forgot it along the way. But so yeah, you just have the song spread, and the songs that were picked are great songs. There's no Come Tomorrow, guys. There's no Away from the World. There also isn't any new songs. Although here's the thing, I've said this, right? I was someone in years past, I didn't like when the new songs overcrowded the set list. Exceptions being 2016 and 2015 and 16, they had some awesome songs. Bismarck, obviously Samurai Cop, not so much, but Bismarck, Virginia in the Rain, Death on the High Seas, Again and Again, which was originally Bob Law. I loved those songs, but that was it. Every other year, no, don't play the newest stuff, right? I really don't want to hear most of the newest stuff. This is a show where they played the classics. They played the classics, and that is a beautiful thing. We get the other thing I noticed here. I did hear the beginning of Satellite. Dave tried to. He kind of tried to. It sounded like he was going to play an intro to Satellite, but he didn't end up doing that. There is a live tracks 31. I'm actually looking to pull it up right now in fair use for this audio fair use, just for the algorithm. Need to say that. Let's see if we can get this. To me, this is the best Satellite ever, and it starts with this awesome thing. So I want to play this. One of the things I'm going to look to do is when we have some downtime, there's not shows necessarily, I want to bring up some live tracks, bring up some released music that isn't as popular, and make a show so that if you're looking to get some new music, and you want to be inspired to hear some rare cuts, some special versions of songs, we can get those out to you guys. Because I see on the forums there are fans that are diehard fans. They've been going to shows, over 100 shows, and they haven't heard Toy Soldiers. They haven't heard this Satellite from Live Tracks 31. They haven't heard some of the shotguns from 07 that you get on Live Tracks 42 and Live Tracks, I believe it's 50, 51, one of those. But this is a Satellite from Live Tracks 31, and Dave was fidgeting with his guitar. He did not play this. But let's go ahead and put this up here. We're going to just show you. So this is... This is Live Tracks 31. So that was the intro. Let me just play that back again. Let's hear it. Let's listen to that again. I mean, that's beautiful. And then this version of Satellite, let's fast forward a little bit. You're going to hear Butch Taylor. He was the keyboardist at the time with this band. This is 2001. This is actually 20 years ago. And this is in Camden, New Jersey. And this is the birthday of the 20th birthday of Every Day is this year. So happy birthday to Every Day. It's already passed. But Every Day came out in 2001. Dave worked with Glenn Ballard, I believe it was. And but listen to some of this. I heard a little bit of this at times, but the keys and the guitar for this Live Tracks 31. Just listen to this.
Satellite headlines read someone's secrets you've seen, eyes and ears have been. Satellite dish in my yard. Tell me more. Who's the king of your satellite castle? Winter's cold. I mean, to me, that's phenomenal. To me, that is the best. And you hear Leroy there. Rest in peace, Leroy Moore. That is phenomenal. They did not play it like that tonight, But I just wanted to bring that up. I always, if you guys have followed me for any amount of time, I've probably brought that up. But I cannot stress how beautiful that Satellite was, even if you don't like the song. That is one that even if you don't like that song, I say listen to that and let me know if you like that version of it. It is just amazing. Live Tracks 31. You can purchase it on the band's website. I strongly suggest support the band. Like I did, purchase Live Tracks 31, and you will not be disappointed. There's a What You Are, I believe there's a Sleep to Dream Her. There are some other great gems, JTR. So What You Are, underrated album Every Day Was, and we got some of it today. And so we get, you look at this set list, there's a So Right and a What You Are. And if you've been following me, these are two songs that I think make a great night. Especially What You Are at this right before the main set closer. What You Are into Gray Street? Are you kidding me? That is amazing. And What You Are, what it does, if you guys listen to the intro of this show, we played a version of from SPAC, and one of the great people from Ants Marching, one of the members there, said, hey, I'm going to post this, guys, just heads up. It's, had been already a week or so past when the show had came out. He's like, I'm going to upload. I'm like, yeah, dude, upload. Like, I was occurred to me, yeah, upload. Thank you so much for uploading it. And he gets you, it's a view from the pit though. He's really close if you go back to the intro. But that What You Are was amazing. And Into Gray Street, that is a awesome way to end. And before that, right, you get a run where there's 41, So Much to Say, Bridge Too Much, Lover Lay Down comes in, to So Right, to Lying in the Hands of God, to Nancy's Warehouse. You get Grace Is Gone, Funny the Way It Is, and then boom, What You Are, Gray Street. This is a set where they start with Seek Up. They still give you punches during the middle of this set, and then at the end, the end of the main set, they close out with a bang. The other thing that we want to look at here is what an awesome encore, right? What an encore. We have I'll Back You Up to You Might Die Trying. And as we've been talking about in previous streams, not that these are songs that are just the worst songs of all time, although Shaking Like a Monkey is not one of my favorite songs live. I actually think, again, Big Whiskey is one of the best studio albums, the way it sounds, the way it was mixed and mastered. But Shaking Like a Monkey, Closers, you can enjoy it. I'm not saying you can't enjoy it. I think something like tonight's better. You get an I'll Back You Up, the third of the tour, the first at this venue. And then you get You Might Die Trying. And like I said, I listened to this. I woke up, my alarm went off right before I'll Back You Up. I get on the Sirius XM radio app, get the headphones on, and hear You Might Die Trying. You Might Die Trying is one of the songs from this band that gets better with age. It actually has evolved. And that's not a knock on D&B, right? Just like we've talked about, I've made parallels to sports and some other things in life, right? This band is not in their prime. That does not mean they will, even though their prime is past, they are happier. Like look at Tom Brady right now versus, he's much happier now than he was in this prime when he was winning most of his Super Bowls. But they're past their prime. And some things just are never going to be the way it was. We don't have a violin player right now. They may never be the same. But with that said, this song has evolved and become better. And it's actually, even though Leroy left this earth too early, this is one song the band has picked up and brought to a whole new level. And you hear that with this version. And I heard it live on Sirius XM Radio. Shout out to Ari and the crew out there at Sirius XM Radio. You hear Dave, the way he's yelling and he's improving, and they're going through this jam. How you doing? Hey, Tony, yo, Tony Soprano. Like that's not how it goes. Anyway, but that is that is a song that has gotten better with time. Truly has gotten better with time, and it's awesome to be able to see that there. So I'm just, this was a show you didn't want, you didn't, this wasn't, there was no reason to leave to your car early. You wanted to, like this set list, stay in your seat. I'll back you up to You Might Die Trying. The beginning, the middle, the end of this. There's no Jimmy thing, right? There's no real, when do you go to the bathroom during this show? There's been shows you could argue that are better than this show, that have had higher highs. But especially in this being the Friday night concert series, this set list, there really isn't, again, I can't find a song where you say, okay, that's, yeah. I think given what you have, maybe you go to the bathroom during Grace Is Gone. But you have an early set Rapunzel, maybe Satellite. Okay, I should say Satellite. But it's the second song. So maybe that's the time you go. You have to go to the bathroom during Satellite. Grab your last drink or grab your last food item during Satellite, and then you just sit back and relax. This was a show. This show was a just amazing. So I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do. And this venue has been a venue that has been, not only has it sold well, right? So take away what they play, all that stuff. This venue, as far as capacity, has sold well over the years. And let me see, DMB. Matthews Band. So there's a thread on antsmarching.org. Let's see if I can find it. But when these numbers, let's see if I can. Let me see. I'm gonna try to look on Ants Marching here to see, because I know on the forums. Let's see if there is stats. I want to see if I can find these, and if not, if I can, I should have did this before. Should have had better set list prep. Live stream prep. But let's see if we can. But I know, like, over the years, people will take the stats, they pull it from somewhere, and they have like all the sales. 2020 tour rumors. I can't find it, but I'll try to look before we get to the next time. But yeah, Fiddlers, as far as selling this thing out, filling this up, there's a lot of venues. Even you look at SPAC, right? SPAC is a very popular weekend, but the lawn doesn't technically sell out, right? Is it full? Absolutely. That lawn is always full. But is it sold out? No, right? Deer Creek, you could argue that it sells out, or it's nearly packed, but technically it doesn't always sell out. Fiddlers, its percentage of tickets sold. Let me see. Yeah, percentage of tickets sold is something that they really nailed down. And with that as well, the band has seen, okay, this is our Colorado. This is the new Colorado. kind of environment we have. We obviously don't play Red Rocks. They've played Folsom Field, like they don't do the stadiums anymore. It's in the late 20 teens to 2021. And so they've seen, okay, this is where we're at with Colorado. They play Dick's Sporting Goods Park. And, you know, since about 2013, they've bought some great shows. They've had some rare stuff come out. Spoon, right? Time of the Season has made its appearances here. You know, you've had Halloween in 2013, night one. That was at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, which is a Fish. If you're a Fish fan, that's a very popular stop on the Fish tour. But they did that with Snoop Dogg in 2013. So they've done Fiddlers or Dick's Sporting Goods Park in the last decade or so. That's been the mainstay. Those two options. They did Mile High Music Fest as well. I think that was somewhere in the late 2000, you know, early 2000s. Actually, or it was after actually Tim was there. So I think it was like somewhere along the way. I think 07, 08, somewhere around there. So this has been a Colorado, the Denver area. But Colorado has gotten some great shows. They've gotten some full venues as far as like lawn to pit to lawn. There's literally the amount of the percentage of tickets sold is one of the best. Mike said earlier here, I want to hear The Only Thing. That song has disappeared. Yeah, I agree with this. I have not heard this song. I've been to 3 Dave Matthews Band shows where Carter and Stefan were there. I've been to 3 where they weren't there. I've been to a Dave and Tim Farm Aid performance, and I have yet to hear this song. So I would love to hear it live. We'll see what happens, but I think it's a good song. I wonder what's going to happen with the potential album. They're not playing a lot of the new music, and to me, that is a potential sign that this album may not actually. A lot of people are pointing to it. You know, rumors and people that know things on the inside are saying, "Oh yeah, this new album." The band's been talking about it. I think they would do a little more promotion. This album probably won't come out until next year at this point, right? It's October of 2021. The Grammy, the deadline for anything to be considered for the Grammys for next February have passed. So it's really, you know, whatever, if they release it tomorrow, even though they're not, it would be considered for 2023. The Grammys in early 2023, not 2022. So in this time of the year, you do have some releases that come out. The band has, you know, released towards the end of the year, you know, on occasion. That's not their typical release, but I think that you don't get this album. To me, I don't think you're getting this album until next year, if they decide to. And, you know, this band has done things, right? They've road tested songs in years and not released an album. So we may not get an album this year, may not get an album next year. We don't know. So we'll have to see what happens here. And, you know, hopefully, you know, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, to me, an album isn't I do want to hear some of these new songs and things like that. I do want to hear The Only Thing. I have not heard that live yet. And I wouldn't mind another Ocean and the Butterfly, another Walk Around the Moon. Although, again, I don't, it's not like I have to hear it. Keep playing the classics, Dave, you know, deep tracks only. But deep tracks only on WDMB 44.1 FM. You know, I what they're doing to me supersedes I don't need an album, right? The band doesn't have to release anything else, right? Right above me there is a Billy Joel poster. Dude stopped making music in 93. Right? 1993, he still tours, right? He just started doing baseball parks again. And he'll be doing some, you know, MSG shows here and there and some other stuff, right? Elton John hasn't made an album Elton does make some music. No, that's a bad example. But the point is, you can be a legend and stop making music. Like, we don't need music in your 40s, 50s, and 60s per se, especially 50s and 60s and 70s and so on. At that point, you've shot your best bullets, right? Your best music has already passed you. So play that music, reinvent that music, bring some of that music back, and that's exactly what this band is doing. They have brung that beat back, again, and it's nice to see this type of thing. It's nice to hear this. Thank you to the folks at, again, Sirius XM Radio, DMB Radio, aka Dave Matthews Band Radio, channel 30. Sign up for Sirius XM. Again, they're not paying. This is. I'll let you know if this is a paid spot. It's not, but I'll say that Sirius XM is something that I've had for since DMB Radio, and even a little bit before that. I had trials here and there and stuff on and off, but it is a great resource even past DMB. But the DMB Radio for these Friday night streams, it's a treat. This band did not really give us a lot of access to live shows outside of a YouTube thing, American AOL, American Online. If you guys were listening back in the day, they had one of those things. But they don't give us a lot of stuff where you can hear this stuff live, and then you can, in Sirius XM, you get the app here on your phone. You can, on the replay, hit the replay, and you'll get that. And I'm waiting just while you guys, what's going on? Why is he just talking about this stuff? Hoping to try to get Jessica from Wisconsin on. Just waiting to see that she can get back to the hotel. If so, we'll give her a reaction. If you are listening right now and want us to call, just hit me up on a message here. We'll message you through Twitter, if possible, or through another avenue. We can find a way to connect to you, and I can give you a call right now. Put you on the spot if you want to. Also, tomorrow, same thing. If you want to be on tomorrow's show, I'll be back here, same time, 11 p.m. Mountain Time start. And then, if you want to talk about night 2, we can hit you up for that. It will be awesome to be able to hear live reaction, especially tomorrow night where we don't have the Sirius XM stream. People are only going by videos or live streams that are available from fans. So we don't have the soundboard or that full production, right, of hearing this thing from the radio. We want to hear from someone who's actually there, which is a valuable thing. That's been the theme for this year for me in this channel, is to, after these shows, have these live streams. If you're watching the replay, thank you guys. I know this is late for people on the West Coast. I mean, the East Coast. It's 1:49 a.m. Eastern time, October 9th, 2021. And that is late. It's late. And even for the West Coast, some of you guys are coming back from the show, Mountain Time Zone, Pacific Time Zone. What is it? It's like 10 something out there. So this is even later than normal. You may have caught my streams when I'm coming on the East Coast, 10, 11 o'clock at night, but this is it's now 10, almost 11 o'clock on the West Coast. And then Central Time Zone, you guys are only an hour. You're 12:50 a.m. right now. So it is later. It's there, right there. So, but I just can't say enough about a show like this. Gets me excited. Because of, again, I'm not like some people. Yeah, I want these rare, super rare cuts and all this. This show has something for everyone, right? You have your Lover Lay Down, that slow, awesome, sit back and just take a breath, right? You have your Gray Street ending the set. You have your Seek Up and your, this epic spiritual experience. You have a P&P Rapunzel, right? A more popular song, right? You have your Dave Solo Stay or Leave, or Dave Some Devil Stay or Leave. You have an I'll Back You Up. You have a You Might Die Trying. You have a So Right. Like, there's just so many things. The 41, right? Another, popular song. If people who know DMB or only have been to a couple of shows, you may know that song. There's just, it's amazing what happens when just a couple of things change, right? You get rid of the That Girl Is You. You get rid of what else? So That Girl Is You. You get rid of Can't Stop, and you get rid of, like, you don't have Can't Stop. You don't have some of the other stuff that to me kind of can slow down a show. And you don't have a Jimmy. I know Jimmy thing is a fun moment for the crowd, right? And I can't deny that. But look at what we get when we don't have a Jimmy thing. You have so many great things. I mean, you have a Grace Is Gone and a Funny the Way It Is. You pop those two in versus having a 15, 20-minute Jimmy thing. No covers again. And I know the covers are fun and they're cool. And to me, they're better for festivals, which they've done, is they've brought out these covers for festivals. I would still expect tomorrow that we're going to get a Jimmy thing and the I Want a New Drug Interpolation or partial. We're going to get the Sexy MF partial. We probably will get I almost said Back in Black. They did do that after Jimmy at one point. You may get a Satisfaction. I can't get no. In parentheses, I can't get no. And then Satisfaction. Shout out to the Stones. They are touring even after the passing of Charlie Watts, one of my boys that I tried to get on here. He was at one of the shows this past week. You know, he knows, actually, his father knows the band members personally. They chill backstage once a tour there. But yeah, so maybe a Stones cover. You may get a Sledgehammer tomorrow. I'm predicting those. You're probably going to get a cover tomorrow. But for this Friday night, for someone to go to a night one, usually the night one tickets are a little bit more cheaper. It's a Friday night. So people are coming. Local fans are coming from work, coming with more traffic. But this is a great night one. This in many ways is one of the best night ones that we've had all tour, if not the best. I mean, I have to look back and do a little more research, but this show, especially that encore, the encore is amazing for this band to do here. So also, in just some other news we've had, and let me just see if there's any updates, but just want to send our thoughts out to Genesis, the remaining members of Genesis in the Phil Collins era. Phil being the original drummer. Kind of pulled, he was Dave Grohl before Dave Grohl. He's initially a drummer, right? And then he just goes up to the front and becomes a lead singer and has his solo career, and the rest is history. Where Dave Grohl, he was Nirvana's drummer. Then he creates the forms the Foo Fighters. But let's see, Genesis tour postponed. Genesis postponed a slew of tour dates after multiple band members tested positive for COVID-19 Friday morning. So the tour dates have been pushed back for the UK shows. And then there's some American shows that obviously, depending on what they do after this, they will, they could either postpone those or they can continue going, because obviously they go into quarantine just like Carter and Stefan did. But they also may decide, like, what you're seeing is everyone's reacting differently. Everyone's experiencing a positive test in a band or in a sports team differently. UConn Huskies, let's go Huskies. Our football team is not good, right? We suck, but we have a game that's literally going to be later today it's 10/9/21 Saturday, later Saturday, where we go to UMass, and it's the most winnable game on our schedule. But a couple people in our interim coach they tested positive. They have to isolate. They're vaccinated, but they just literally tested positive in the last couple of days. So they can't go play the game or coach the game. So, they're going to probably, after this, they're going to keep playing. But what you're seeing with concerts is some acts like DMB, they keep playing. Other acts are saying, you know what, we're scraping the whole tour. Limp Bizkit did that. To my knowledge, no one in Limp Bizkit actually was like near death, right? No one was on a ventilator in the hospital. I mean, this is all, they could have that private, but no one has appeared to pass away from Limp Bizkit from COVID, but they just said, look, this tour is not worth it. You had Stained and Slipknot. Someone tested positive for that touring group, that touring caravan. And they postponed the shows and they rescheduled them in early October. We had a show here in in half it that was moved, and Stain being an opener, but a local band out of Springfield, Massachusetts, or East Longmeadow, right? Longmeadow, East Longmeadow, but that's just right outside. It's a suburb of Springfield, Mass. Right? They're very close. They're like 30 minutes from Hartford. They grew up about 30 minutes from Hartford. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, again, this is just a testament to what D&B has done. They have, I mean, you know, they've, as many other bands have faced the same adversity and canceled tours, the D&B has said, look, we're going to continue to push through. And Dave's about his money. He's about that paper, man. He going to play. Unless Dave can't sing, this band's going to play, right? And but still, I commend them for trying to do everything they can to play shows after already these shows were delayed. Some of these were just put back on, were newly announced shows. Like we have the Madison Square Garden Columbus. We had some other shows in the summer leg of the tour that were new, but many of these shows were rescheduled and then rescheduled and then rescheduled like 2 or 3 times. So we appreciate this band for pushing through here and still giving us this music. As we see Genesis, we've seen other bands and other solo acts. Listen, this thing, you know, COVID is here. We told everyone to get the vaccine, and, you know, many people got it. Some people didn't, but even with the vaccine, there's these breakthrough cases, and it has made it difficult, even though we have many things are back. Some things are a little more restricted. The hockey game I went to today, you had to wear a mask. Were they enforcing it as much? No, because they can't have people, like, they didn't have enough staff to enforce it. Some people were taking their masks off. But, you know, we're moving towards the indoor portion. That's really what the difference is going to be for the last part of this tour. It's going to be all indoors, and indoors is different. And I can say that as someone who's with COVID, I was going to shows last year, not driving, but like social distance shows, right? I went to social distance shows end of last year into the beginning of this year, right? I went to indoor shows. I've been to outdoor shows. I'm back going to indoor sporting events. I went to the second major Madison Square Garden playoff basketball game with nearly full capacity. You know, back in May, I believe that was, for game 2 of the Knicks Hawks. So I've been fortunate and blessed enough to experience a lot of different things with COVID as far as events. And so I've seen it all. I've walked through the gates. You know, I've been to shows where there's been no proof of vaccination needed. I've been to shows where you had to show it. I've been to some of the first shows where an artist had to, you know, require proof of vaccination. I was at, again, the second NBA game in New York City. At that time, it was like the biggest gathering in an arena in the entire state of New York, which was extremely strict due to a lot of the numbers in 2020 of people passing and being sick. 2021, they still weren't playing around. So I've seen these things evolve. I've seen venues make changes, make adjustments. I've been to a night 1 Guilford and a night 2 Guilford, a Gorge night 1, Gorge night 2. So I've experienced this, and I've shared some of that stuff with you guys. Some of you guys have shared your experiences getting into these D&B shows. We appreciate that. But going through this, there's just, you know, this thing is fluid. You have to be patient. You have to adjust if you don't feel safe, or if you don't agree with an individual's stance on how they're conducting their shows, what's required for entry. Stay home. That's all I can say. Like that, at the end of the day, that's just what it is. It is what it is. People are doing different things, and I know it's tough. It is tough. It's difficult, but that's the way it is. You know, you have to be, if you're going to shows, if you're considering shows, you have to be flexible. You have to be prepared that things may change. And I learned that with the Gorge, the alternate format. Mike, shout out to Mike. He sent me a picture of a hoodie that you can buy. It's like D&B Gorge alternate format 2021. So 12. Let me see. And again, I'm just trying to see if we're going to be able to get a guest on. If not, we'll end it. If we are, we'll get them on. But I think everyone that's been on the this live stream this year, I have really enjoyed hearing from you guys, especially the shows that I'm not at. It's been nice to be able to hear. And again, that's the thing, is when you're at a show, you're giving us the best feedback and perspective here because you were at the show, right? And one of the things I've noticed is that sometimes you can look at a set at home, and sometimes what I think from home is actually happening, right? The SPAC night 2, for example, the Encore, right? There were some, and listen, everyone had, we had a couple callers and people who were in the comments, and there were different reactions, different degrees of reaction, but that Encore was, I thought, would have been a little better ending, and that's what, for the most part people felt. I mean, they, some people said, oh no, Shake Me, I gotta go to my car, and other people said, hey, not my first pick, but Shake Me is was still a high energy song to end the night. So but let me just, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to give a little more time. So I'll take a quick commercial break. And let's see. If not, we'll try to get some people on tomorrow. So let's see. Oops. I'm gonna play some house music. Well, not house music, but I'm not gonna play house music. And we'll try to see, and then see if we can get some. If not, your boy Conservative 34 is going to bed. But we'll try to get some people in for tomorrow. We'll be right back. It's your boy Conservist 34. That was ABC from the Batson Sessions here on WDNB 44.1 FM. All right, so we're going to try to reach out to Jessica. She's having some connection issues, but I'm going to try to see if we can just try to call her. Wanted to show this. Saw that someone posted this online, and I just forwarded the picture. Bruh, what is this? This is lazy. But I think this is also to prevent. I think it's to prevent people from reselling these so quickly. The Dave Matthews Band foil. So what a foil is, it's just like a if you ever had Pokemon cards that had the shiny, they call them holographic or hologram. It's more of a shiny metal, or foil. That's why it's called a foil poster. They'll have the regular poster, but it has foil on it, or metals that, shiny signatures to it that make it a more valuable poster. The foil is now $150. Usually it's around lower 100s, but $150. And if we zoom in here, all they did for this is called a foil. Usually what happens is the foil will have shiny stuff all within the poster. The whole poster will shine and sparkle and reflect as you turn it and look at it from different angles. The only part that's shiny is this part right here. If you can see my mouse at the top, it's like the edge. And when you go in and put this poster into a frame like behind me, that part isn't going to be seen anyway. So it's like, unless you do it a different way, but that was kind of odd that they're doing that. I really didn't think that was and again, some of it may be to try to prevent people from, because people just buy these just to flip them for even more. So they're saying, all right, you want a foil, you're going to have to pay more, and it's going to be a lot more lamer. So the resale market won't go crazy on this. That's my only conjecture about that. But I'm going to try to see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mute my mic here for a moment because I want to make sure that if we reach Jessica, she knows that we're trying to get her on, right? We don't want to just be on a live stream. Like, yeah, you're live. And she's like, oh, but I'm not ready. So let me just try to see. Give me one moment. I'm going to mute this again. All right, so it didn't work. So yeah, what we'll try to do, I'll try to see if we can get some people for tomorrow. And no worries, I know, Jessica, she's not, a native of Denver, so she's in a hotel, she's in a certain area, she's not having good cell service. So sorry guys, I wasn't able to get a live call in. But if you're watching this replay, in the comments, let us know what you thought about the show if you were there. Definitely will help us to just get some more real feedback. If you want to be, again, you're watching this replay, you want to be on the show, hit me up on Twitter at Conservist34. You can at me or private message me, Instagram, DM me, Again, ConcertViz 34, and we'll try to get you on 11 p.m. Mountain Time. That's a local time for if you're out in Colorado. They're in Mountain Time, which is in between the Central Time Zone and the Pacific Time Zone there. And show runs typically, like right now, it's it's hour 15. We're getting into that just about, or just a little less than that. But trying to do it from 11 to 12 local time, or about an hour or so. So even if you can't make it right away, we'll fit you in 30 minutes in, 45 minutes in, and try to get your opinions. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for the support. I promise the Gorge video is coming soon. Been crazy. Just a lot of different things going on in my life. Actually, see there's boxes over there. I'm getting ready to start a new career, a slight career change. But excited for that coming up. So just got a lot going on here. Like I said, I went to a hockey game tonight, half marathon in literally hours, and a wedding this later in the day, and then a quick nap, and I'm back on again. So I appreciate this. I do this for you guys. I do this because I enjoy talking to you guys and sharing my love for the band, seeing you guys, how much you guys love this band. It's your boy ConcertViz 34. Hit the like button, that helps me. Hit the subscribe button, that helps me. And also you can hit the notification bell if you're on. Yeah, you hit the notification bell under my page, and then you can be notified when I go live. These are all the videos. But hit YouTube, ConcertViz 34, and hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful night. Peace.
give up, you don't survive blackjack. You don't give up, you don't survive blackjack. I got you in my hand. Track on the blackjack and tree, got the control. Ain't no track and chew, got that you can't got to get him on your crane. Like a tiger, he got the back. You don't give up. You don't give up, you don't survive, give up. You don't give up, you don't survive blackjack. You don't give up, you don't survive blackjack. I got you in my hand. private